Hey guys, so today we're going to be covering some of the methods that I use to find NFT projects early on and to determine whether they're doing good or not. Now, if you don't already, you need a Twitter. Everything goes down on Twitter. I highly recommend you take a look at who I'm following because these people are a lot of OGs in the space and they really helped me find my place in the whole NFT market and understand what's going on. Now, my favorite tool of all is Rarity Tools. If you're not familiar with Rarity Tools, this is basically a platform that it just discusses NFTs, purely NFTs, and you can see here you got the top collections and it shows you by these different categories, and then it shows you all these collections with all this data, and it's really good. You know, if you know anything about searching for anything, you know that you need a lot of data. Now, one of my favorite sections of this website is this up and coming section up here. Now, here you can see all these projects that are up and coming. You can see how many they plan to mint, how much they cost, what's the date, and you can go ahead and find some of their socials here to find out if they're, you know, if they have hype, if they not really have any hype of what they're doing. And so I really recommend taking a look at this before you really start to deep dive into any NFT projects. Now, let's say you did get into a project or there's one that's already launched and you don't really know which one's the best one to buy. For example, I am right now in Space Punks. You can go over here to Space Punks and you can see here how it's sorted all by rarities. Now, you can sort by price low to high. And then once they pop out, you can go ahead and see here, this one's ranked 5789 out of 10,000. And it's on auction right now for 0.04 ETH. And you can just keep scrolling down here, and the way that I do it is I just try to find the best one. So you see this one, 2758. This is part of the top 27% of the collection. This one's part of the top 26. And this is basically how you go and find new ones. Like this one right here, this one's the top 11% of the collection. So this one's a pretty good deal right now. This is one way to find projects, especially do some more research as to exactly which NFT do you want to buy. Another thing that I really suggest doing is going onto OpenSea. OpenSea has a lot of stats. If you don't know what OpenSea is, it's basically the eBay for NFTs. They've had billions and billions of dollars of transactions going through this platform recently in these past couple months. As you can see here, CryptoPunks is the number one, Art Blocks, On14, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then it gives you all the different stats with them as well. And you can go ahead and sort by what type of NFTs, you know, what chain do you want them on, what was the last date, and it'll go ahead and sort them all for you right here. Now, this is not the only thing that you can do on OpenSea. What a lot of people don't know, and a little cheat code that I actually started using, was that I start following these NFT influencers and NFT collectors. These are big boys in the game that drop millions of dollars on NFTs. And what you can do is you could actually go to their OpenSea, and because the blockchain is public, you could see what they're buying. So instead of having it priced low to high or recently listed, you want to click on recently received, and then you could see what it is that people are sending them or what they are actually buying. Now, if you're not really too sure whether they're buying or if they're being gifted these things, because they could also be gifted to them, you can go ahead and copy their address and put it into the Etherscan. So the way that you copy their address would be, you go over here to Pranksy, and then you copy his address, and then you put it onto Google, and you pull up the Etherscan right here. Now, this is all the transactions that he's been doing. You can check if it goes in, out, internal transactions, but the one that you want to see is the ERC 721 tokens. Now you can see here, he's been selling all of these right here. He hasn't really bought anything too much. So once you start seeing that in instead of out, then you know it's a green light that you probably want to get on that project, especially if they mint or buy upwards of 50 to 100 of these different NFTs. Then you know that's a good sign that that's probably a good project. So Pranksy is one account that I recommend keeping an eye out. Loopify, this guy's also another huge NFT collector and NFT influencer. This guy also, same thing. Come over here to his OpenSea, see what he's being received, you know, check his Ether address, see what he's up to, and then you can have an idea as to what's going on. Now, these aren't the only ways to find NFTs, But I highly suggest mixing this up with going through Twitter, because on Twitter you're gonna find a lot of NFTs, right? For example, this one right here, I entered this giveaway to enter the Killer's NFT. I don't know too much about them, but I was able to find out about this project because I follow Tropo Farmer, which is another wide NFT influencer that covers a lot of different things. So I highly suggest, looking at the people that I follow and participating in these giveaways, because a lot of these do end up going up in value, and these guys know what they're doing. So if you're able to find their wallets and track what they're buying, it's gonna go very well for you. Now, mind you, a lot of these people don't want you tracking their wallets because they don't want you to know what they're buying. They want to get in early before everyone else knows that they got in there, right? So be careful tracking their wallets. You don't want to share them too much. It's a secret, okay? It's a secret. And not too many people want to admit this, but I mean, that's how a lot of crypto works nowadays. People have these whale addresses that they have, and then they check everything that's in their wallet, and they just copy the same plays, and they're able to profit because chances are these guys have a lot of money because they did a lot of smart choices. Just follow the smart money. That's all it is. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I will be adding some more tips and tricks on how to find NFTs, but these are just some of the quickest ways and some of the most effective ways that I've found into finding some good early NFT projects. Again, follow me on Twitter. You're going to want to follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be reposting and be talking about a lot of the projects that I'm looking at. And if you're lucky, you're going to be able to get in early. And so hopefully we can make a lot of money together. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.